this business, it has enabled me to educate my son all the way from primary school, secondary school, college life, and now he is working. So it has brought me from far.
Try to take you away, but Mitumba, you are here to stay.
Well, the Mitumba industry is important in so many ways. The Mitumba clothing, first of all, it employs a very large number of our population. We have a chronic unemployment situation in Kenya, so we are thankful that 2 million people are employed in that industry. We're also grateful that there is a widespread distribution system all over the country, in which it provides clothing to 91% of our Kenyan population. That is, millions and millions of people buy and wear second-hand clothing. The third element that as a legislator that I'm also grateful is the fact that we generate 18 billion shillings in tax revenues from the Mitumba industry.
Mitumba, nakupenda. Mitumba, nakupenda. Mitumba, nakupenda. Mitumba, nakupenda.
We made an estimate at the Institute of Economic Affairs, judging from the Integrated Household Budget Survey, and triangulated these data together with speaking to traders. And it suggested to us that in both direct and indirect forms, people who trade for either directly or in addition to other firms, they are close to about 1.8 to about 2 million people who trade in second-hand clothing, all the way from the people who bring in the bulk to those who break bulk in different markets across Kenya. So basically, all manner of markets, from urban markets, which are much bigger, such as Nairobi, all the way to smaller markets. So it's about something like 1.8 to close to 2 million people.
With regards to textile waste, it is a problem, but it's by far one of the smallest problems, would be my summary statement. And I think we also need to distinguish between textile waste from which source, right? The majority of textile waste we get, which is around 1% of our total waste stream, is post-consumer textile waste. So it's not imported textile waste, it's not factory textile waste, it's what people have worn and after multiple cycles of wearing are throwing away, right? And that kind of textile waste you would have anywhere in the world, right? So if we're now looking at other sources of textile waste, like factory waste, we don't really handle textile factory waste, but there is quite a lot of textile waste from factories producing local textiles in Kenya. And then with regards to imported Mitumba or second-hand textiles, I think from our point of view, that waste stream is almost negligible because the vast majority, I don't know, 98% plus of the imported textiles are for reselling and reuse. So that's waste we're not getting directly. We might get it a few years later once those textiles have been worn and discarded, but not at the point of importing.
Mitumba, they try to take you away, but Mitumba, you're here to stay. Mitumba walijaribu kukumaliza, lakini Mitumba uko hapa milele.
So if you look at it, Kenya's liberalization of import and the use of second-hand clothes actually happened most substantially in the mid-90s. By that time, most of the textiles industries in Kenya, which were established some by government and some by private firms, had closed down. General business conditions were bad in general, and also incomes had not been growing for a while. So if you look at that mismatch, it is not correct to actually say that the main shock to these industries was second-hand clothes in general.
The cheap textile industry, actually that is the biggest threat to our local textile industry, is the massive new textiles that are coming in from Asia, from India, from Bangladesh, and increasingly from China. We can't compete with the prices, the low productive cost, the quality, of those clothes that come from Asia. So to say that actually Mitumba and new textile industries are in competition is a false analysis. It's not correct. The moment our textile industry grows to its capacity and is able to compete and can be affordable, that is the moment when Mitumba would, second-hand clothing would be threatened. And we haven't reached that stage.
The problem with us as a government, as a country, that we talk too much and do little in terms of implementation. Yeah, unless we go back to the farmer, we provide extension services to him or her so that they can start growing the quality cotton we need to bring about what you call the textile industry revival, then it is wishful thinking to talk about banning second-hand clothing.
I'm not big, but I'm good. Even you can see, the smallest can tell you. Yeah.